Right, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Lucy. How are you today?
Hi guys, hello Martina. I missed you so much. It's been 6 weeks and I'm
It's
super
been
happy.
6 weeks,
Yeah.
I know. So before we're gonna start, today we're going to be speaking about
I love it. I love it. We are going to talk about money, guys. And it's not the first time we are talking about money, but we are going to talk specifically about money and we are going to speak about, are you a spender or are you a saver?
Do you know what? I really, really love this topic. But before we're going to do that, we're going to introduce ourselves. And I'm so happy after 6 weeks we can finally join together with Lucia. So my name is Martina Stewart and I'm living in England. I've been in England for 20 years now. I've got two beautiful children and I'm so passionate about vegan lifestyle, about plant-based lifestyle. So on social media and off social media, I'm really, really sharing this vision with people, which is really great. And I can tell that the vegan lifestyle is the future because I went shopping today and there is so many vegan stuff now in a shop. The shops are, trying to push it in, so it's so beautiful. And also, I created a vegan group which is called Be Kind to Every Kind, and we're having over 202 members. So it's so good. So if you're the one who would like to find out more about vegan lifestyle, if you're feeling bloated, if you're feeling foggy, if it's not right, having enough energy, then come and visit us. It's a great energy in there. It's so, so lovely. I'm going to post the link in the comments. And yes, please jump in. I'm just going to welcome you. Really, really lovely. Next to you, Lucy, tell something about you, darling.
Can I just say, I just love the title, Be Kind to Every Kind. I think it's just genius. Martina, I
Yeah.
think you're a genius. I just love it. How did you come up with it?
I don't know. I don't know.
It just came. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's perfect. I love it. First time when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is so, this is me. This is what we want in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
If
hi
you're
everybody.
joining us, guys, please say where you come from. Just drop the message. Are you in UK, Slovakia, England, America, whatever? Just drop us a message, please.
North Pole. Actually, I did have a one girl from North Pole once.
Did
Like,
you?
can you believe it? Yeah, yeah, I did. I did. Visiting. Um, so guys, just I introduce myself as well. My name is Lucia Hoxha. I am yoga teacher and lifestyle coach. I work with women and I support them in areas of their life they care about the most. So I am someone who's a firm stand for them living the lives they want. Like you have a women who some women out there and maybe many of you who are even listening, like sometimes asking question, is this it? Is this it? Like, is this all I'm going to get in my life? I'm 35, 40, whatever age you are,
Mm.
and you are kind of wake up and it's like, is this it? This is all I'm going to get for the rest of my life, plus plus minus some lovely holidays, or is there something more to life? And this is kind of women I'm working with, and we have tremendous results. Martina, I'm so proud to my people. Like the last 3 weeks, I've been away, guys. I've been traveling. Today I'm joining you from UK, but I've been blown away from the kind of results my people are having. Like, I'm just absolutely extraordinary. So if you are there and you are thinking, you are asking yourself this question, please drop me a message. Maybe we can have a conversation. Maybe there is a way how I can support you. And yeah, I'm here for you. That's my purpose. I want to do this till the day I die. While I'm breathing, I'm here for you guys. So that's me. I'm happily married, living in UK. I absolutely adore my husband. I tell you gossip, I spent last 5 weeks with my husband, like literally in his pocket, and I'm missing him badly. Like, this is a day 2, we are back to work, and I was thinking yesterday, oh, I really miss him. So anyway, he's coming back, and then I'm away, and then we meet each other today at 9. So anyway, I love my husband.
Do you know what?
But hopefully soon.
The one thing I really, really loved when you were doing the videos on the Facebook, when you were going on this little motorbike in your dress.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That just made me smile. Do you know what? That was just epic. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about money. And, you know, money is, you know, what is the money?
What is the money? It's the piece of paper. Sometimes a bit of shrapnel, coins. It's when you think about it, you know, money is like, it's not like, why is everybody so obsessed about money? I dare to say it is what money represents for us.
Right.
It is whatever we understand behind money. And please, guys, send us the comments. Martina is going to read them all. So, you know, what money, maybe let's ask this question. What money represents for you? You know, I know for me, it's a probably combination of security, freedom, opportunities,
yeah.
Easy life. Who's got an easy life? Please, like, just send us a little either heart or comment or thumbs up if this is making sense, if you like this subject. We are going to take it like very light-heartedly today. Tell us what money represents, or maybe it's a combination of things. What money represents for you, Mati? How is it for you?
Money? Well, I do like money because, how you said, the money gives you opportunity. You know, it gives you. But then the question is, you know, what we're spending money on, or how we're treating the money. And this is going to something else we're going to be talking. You know, are you guys a saver? Are you a spender? Or are you both? So if you are watching us now, and if you're going to watch us later on, if you are a saver, please drop 1 in a comment. If you are a spender, please drop 2 in a comment. And if you are both, then please drop 3 in a comment. And let's see, guys, who is going to be commenting.
I'm so curious on this one.
I know. So I can tell I'm both.
Are you?
Come on, girls. Comments coming. I can tell I am both. How about you?
Me? I'm totally both.
Yeah.
And you know, when I spend, and I love it. I love it. Like, sometimes my husband goes like, you know, like he gives me that feeling like, baby, you know, like easy.
Yeah.
But you know, I must admit, is what do you spend the money on as well? And on the other side, I think since I was a child, I was very responsible. You know, my mom actually, I was at home. We've been talking about this. Like, when I was learning how to walk, I was very cautious. You know, I was like, I saw the little step, you know, how kids are like really wobbly when they walk. I was like really cautious. I was really like, you know, testing the waters. And I think that kind of attitude stays with you. And I think it's with money as well. I'm very responsible, you know, so I make sure that, you know, I've got a nice balance of, you know, savings, but at the same time, like, balance of being able to spend the money on things that are important to me.
Yeah, exactly. Because what is the point of you to keep money in your sock and not enjoying life?
Yeah.
You know, and how you said it, and I think everyone is different, because I can spend money on something different than you, and I'm not going to feel guilty. Maybe you would feel guilty what I'm spending money on, because it's not your like priority. Because for example, for me, I am not a material girl. You know, I was never ever into design clothes, into design bags. No, that just didn't excite me to pay hundreds of pounds for something bag, you know, for the name of the bag. So what I'm concentrating on to invest money into health, invest money in books, you know, something what makes me grow more as a person, not to be shallow and, you know, but that is different, you know, we're all different and everyone likes to spend money on some different things. So.
Yeah. It's very, very true, you know. And so keep the comments going, guys. I'm watching your comment. When I'm looking down, it's on my screen where you're sending comments. I can see we've got a 2, 3, 3. So for those of you who just joined us, we're talking about are you a saver, are you a spender, or are you both? So if you are, how is it, Machi?
If you are saver, drop 1. If you are
Saver, drop
spender,
1.
drop 2. And if you are both, then drop 3, please.
Yeah, just to see like what, you know, what kind of and
I
maybe
think it's gonna be the selection of everything.
yeah, it will be selection of everything. And also it depends on a time of your life, no? Like, or even like period of your life. You know, some people, I was talking to one of my girls today, and she said, well, you know, like when I get paid, I'm like total spender, because I'm like, woohoo, let's do it, let's be happy and shop, you know. And then you know, and then said the rest of it, I've got no choice. I spend all my money after my salaries, you know, gone.
Yeah. I've got a good comment here from Joseph. What number is for investor?
Well, that's a really, really good question, actually, you know, because I remember a few years ago, I've done a course, and, you know, if we want money flowing naturally, like flowing to our life, and, you know, it's if we are only saving money, you know, like we are
Never get
holding
enough.
on to it.
Yeah.
You know, you never get enough, but not only that, you don't give opportunity for money to come in. Because actually very little people know that only when we spend money wisely, spend or invest, you know, that's what Joseph is saying, if we invest money. Because for me, you know, I love spending money into my education, into my health, like you said, Mati, is very important to me. It's things that you can't see on the outside, or, you know, you can see, but it's much deeper, you know? Yeah. And, you know, like but it is investment. So maybe Joseph, what he meant is investing money actually, you know, into the bonds or wherever you invest money, Joseph. But, you know, for me, investment money is in my education, and hands on my heart, it was the best investment of my life. Yes, it was probably, I mean, I probably could have a couple of houses for what I invested in my education, but I don't regret it, you know. But what I really wanted to Michaela is saying, I'm literally rubbish at saving money. I know it's bad, but we only live once. Tomorrow is not granted for anyone. Yeah, so we try to live every day to the max. I'm thinking for my kids' future, though. I'm saving for them to make it easier when they grow up. That's absolutely, you know, I really get that. Oh, that's really thank you very much, Michaela, by the way, for your comment. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we all have it different, but we have a similarities, you know, things like having something on our side for a rainy day, because, you know, life is life and things happen. On the other side, you know, be healthy about it. I mean, basically, this discussion is there is no right or wrong being saver or spender. So it's just, I think it's just about the balance, isn't it? And about wisdom, that what I wanted to say earlier, I didn't get around it, is that actually not many people know that only when you release the money and invest them wisely, you allow the opportunity for money to come in as well.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah, you actually need to energetically as well to allow that natural flow of money. You know, if you're wondering like why you're not earning more, you know, why you're on that mark 2000 or whatever you're earning month, you know, if you're wondering like, bloody hell, I mean, like some people got that, no? Like, I'm earning money, it's good, it's actually very good, but I just can't get over that. It's like a, you know, and maybe that's...
What do you do then?
Huh?
What do you do then?
Well, I think it's like block. Like we do put limiting, like we put blocks on ourselves basically, and we do it to ourselves, and it is a mindset. It really is nothing else but a mindset. That's a lot of work that I'm doing still on myself as well as with my clients, and it really is amazing. It's basically like when you imagine the bottle and you put a cap on the bottle, you know, it
Yeah.
got nowhere to go. But it's literally when you work on your mindset, whatever it is, whether it's relationship, your health, weight loss, whatever it is, when you release the cap, you know, then you allow for something to
Yeah,
come
the
up.
good
But of
things
course,
come to you. Yeah. So how would you think, because I had a conversation with one girl as well, and she said she's a spender and she felt guilty that she's spending money on. So, you know, how would you advise to those people if they do spending on money? Should they feel guilty, or should they overcome that? Or rethink what they're spending money on?
yeah. Well, it's to have a reality check, isn't it? Is like really being honest about it. Like, I had a wonderful conversation with someone who's so generous with her, you know, honesty. And
Hmm.
I love it when my clients are honest, because then I can really get to the bottom of things. And, you know, and obviously I'm not going to mention names, everything's confidential, but, you know, and she said wonderful things that, you know, Luz, like, I always smile, I always, you know, give this happy person, you know, on the outside, but really deep inside there's a lot of lack of confidence, a lot of doubts about myself, you know, fear about the future, all that kind of a bit of anxiety. And you know, and she said to me, one of the only times when I feel really happy is when I get paid and I go for shopping, you know. And it's like, it's
Yeah.
thing that makes me happy and I give to myself, but of course then I don't have money and I feel guilty, you know, or you know, or I don't even think
It
about
is,
consequences of it.
yeah, is it just like that quick fix, isn't it? I'm gonna go, I'm spending money, I've got something nice, and then boom.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong about spending money doing something which makes you happy. But I think, when, like with everything, when it comes to the point where is the only thing that, or like one of the very few things that makes you happy, then it's important to look at, okay, what I'm trying to cover up with this, what I'm trying to avoid, or, you know, like what pain I'm hiding,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to, you know, it's like you have a little hole on a boat and you manage to plug it in so it's not leaking for a little moment, but then, you know, it overflows and it just works for a little while. So,
Sure.
you know, like, it's just being honest with yourself and like dealing with those um with those things that are really inside us, and that takes a courage. And it, you know, there is not always the right time. Like, people need to like come to that point, like, okay, you know.
Great.
Sorry,
I've
but
got,
we are diverting. Well, we are
yeah,
and we are not.
sure. We've got some comments, and then I'm gonna go back to what we need to talk about. So Monica Prostredna saying hello. Hi, lovely. Veronica saying shopping also makes me happy. That's how I deal with my stress.
Mm.
And shopping on dresses, thanks God, in Uganda it's 70% cheaper than in UK. Oh my God! Let's go there
We are coming over
with the big bags, shopping
with the
bags.
big bags, empty bags.
So, how do you manage your finances? We touched on that, didn't we? And then the next one is
Let's actually pause with that, and because I'm nosy, I'm going to be very nosy on this call. Like, how do you manage your finances? Are you kind of someone, we've been talking about this, didn't we, yesterday, when we've been testing this call? We do test our calls, guys, because we
every single time, even in the summer, it's just somehow it didn't work. Right. Go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've been talking about, like, how do you manage your finances? Are you someone who's got some kind of system, like, you know your income, your outcome, you know how much to spend, what are your regular outgoings, and you know what you can play with? Do you have exact structure, some kind of spreadsheet? Or there are amazing apps, guys, if you want.
Yeah.
I can send you some. Like, I love it, and they're like really cool. They give you a little graph at the end where you can see what actually you spend the money on. I love it.
You're just saying now because you are so organized with your money.
Yeah, I am.
The way you just said
know?
everything, you are so organized. And you know what? I'm so opposite. I'm so opposite. I have no idea. I just, money comes, money goes.
Machi, I used to have it this way. And there is a certain well, I used to say there is a freedom about that. But you know what? I've been very organized with my money for quite a few years now, actually. And I love it. I love it because actually being organized gives me the real freedom. For me, because I don't have to worry about, I actually got a plan, and I have a plan individually, and we have a plan with my husband. So, we can build the future, create the future together. There was a fantastic, can I just share this? Because I'm like so happy. Obviously, I, again, won't mention the name, but one of my girls, one of my clients, literally had a massive breakthrough, and she's so grateful to me. So I done an exercise called Money Map with her, and it's very powerful, and it's, it just goes really deep, and things just opens up and clears up afterwards. And what she realized is that she was literally, when anybody started talking about money, she was like, I can't hear, I can't see, money don't exist. For years, this girl is in her, I think, mid-30s, okay? And for all this time, since she was a little baby, like literally she pretended money don't exist. I actually don't even know how she survived by now.
Okay.
And she really, really got present to it. It was like her blind spot, like something she didn't even know that she's doing, because it became her second nature. You can imagine her dear husband, how tough it was for him, because she was like spending, she didn't care about saving, she didn't care about how much he's paying for the bills, because he was looking after everything, and she was a mom, so she was, and she came one day, and when she really got it, like the kind of, what impact it has on her, because underneath all that was a lot of stress. Although she was like pretending money don't exist, deep inside, she was like massively stressed about like not even knowing what's going on in her family finances, never mind her husband. So there was a lot of disagreement, tension, lack of intimacy, all that kind of stuff, And when she found the courage to actually see it and admit it, first there was like a lot of tears and a massive breakdown, and then she had opportunity to do something about it. And when she came to her husband, he literally went, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" Like that was such a, like, it was almost like his Christmas for 10 years came together, because his wife finally, and he said, "Baby, let's have a look at the finances." And as an outcome of that, the amazing connection between them has been created. She started being responsible, and they started creating a future together as a couple.
And you know what? There is one comment from Isabella, and she's exactly saying the same. When I was single, I was a spender, but now having family make me think what's necessary to buy. So I'm a saver. But my half, spender for his hobbies. What is he spending money on then, Isabella? Tell us. I've got a husband, he's a Lego freak. He spends so much money on Lego. We've got Lego everywhere. I've got Lego underneath the bed everywhere. We need to get rid of it. So that's quite interesting. Pop us that message, what is he spending money on? So let's touch about who is a finance master in your family. Have you got guys both separate accounts, or have you got a joint account? Because speaking to a friend, we are all different. I've got a friend of mine, and she's got her own one. He's got his own one. We've got both, one. So it's different. I don't know, how is it in your household?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, are you asking me? But I don't think anyone is in here, but we are actually asking all of you. Okay, I'm answering only because we are waiting for your answers, guys. So in my household, how is it? We've got a separate account where we kind of manage.
Yeah.
But then how is it? But then like things like food, we kind of like shopping for both.
Bills.
We are, it's kind of, yeah, the things like cars and things like that Billy's looking after us. There's my husband. Things like
Yeah.
holidays that kind of, because sometimes it's like big chunks, so we manage it like half and half. It really depends, but somehow it works, and we
Yeah,
are like with it. And
exactly.
also, yeah, and also like whatever works for you guys. I think it's, what it needs to work for both. And sometimes, one of us got a big chunk of money coming out, so we chip in to, like, I don't know, like it just works naturally. And I suppose, like, if situation changes in the future, uh we can adjust accordingly. For example, like this place where we live together, I moved in, so Billy was already paying
Yeah,
bill for it, so we kind of kept it that way. But I can imagine if we move somewhere else where is new place, for maybe we have a joint account, but at the moment it works.
sure.
It works really well. How is it for you guys? I'm
Isabella just put a comment, Star Wars Lego statues. Do you know what? Tell him to come to my husband as well. Both Lego
amazing.
first people.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So another one is how much income or saving is enough for people?
Mm.
How much is enough?
How is it for you, Matthew? What is
Saving?
enough?
Um, it's, I don't know. Sometimes they say it's difficult because it's nice to have some money aside, like if something like the car's broken or you need to buy something new. So, you don't have to wait, but you just can go and buy it.
Yeah.
But another thing is because we have a children as well, and you are thinking about the future of the kids, so you're starting to save as well for them. Are they going to go to college? So all these things.
Yeah. Yeah. So how much is enough? Like I know you have two children, so maybe if you add up like college and university education for both of them, then you can tick one box, right? Like this is
Mm.
now covered. Then, what would be the next? So, if you maybe that's one of the ways how to work out how much is enough for the things that are really important to you. And then you can have another category saying, okay, I really would like to go to Cuba. How much would it cost me for 2 weeks? Like that. I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. How about you guys?
How about you guys? I've got also, while you're thinking, maybe we are giving you too many questions, but like, keep on sharing. I know, like, talking about money is such a weird subject. Like, not many people want to share about it. It's like, oh, I don't want to look like stingy, or I don't want to look like I'm skinned, or it's such a sensitive
Do you
subject,
think?
isn't
Is
it?
it?
And I think
I
so.
don't, I don't, I don't like talk about the money, and if
No?
we do, I just always keeping it like low key, like
Mm,
what's
yeah.
important to say.
I used to be like really having a troubles talking about money, or having a troubles talking about sex. It's really important. These two are connected. I can talk about it forever, but it's really interesting. But I don't mind now, because both are very important. And I found a way to embrace it, and to receive it, and to love it, and to respect it. And I think that's, like, to build a healthy relationship. Because what's wrong about talking about money? Like, we all think about it. By the way, how much do you think about money? That's another question. And how do
Oh,
you talk about money?
I don't know, not every day,
Yeah.
not every day. But I was just, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
No, it was just something, when you said, is this something when we were growing up and something we can get from our parents, like they were treating the money, and
Mm.
how was the situation when we were growing up that
Yeah.
can come with us all this way, and then we are thinking, why I'm like that, blah, blah, blah. And then you have to really dig deep down,
Yeah,
get that sorted, and then maybe things will change.
for sure. Do you know what? Like, I picked up totally everything from my parents, like most of us did. And
Yeah.
um and I remember when my mom used to love Why? Because my dad always had money in his pocket and he never noticed he took them all. That was not much, like just, just for like coins or something, but it adds up. So, and my mom always had to clear the pockets. But, and I remember as a kid, I remember her face saying, oh my God, like she always got so excited about money. And it wasn't, it's like on that kind of money. It was like krona, so it was like few pence or whatever. But she always got excited about it. And I really like that about my mom and what she taught me, because there is nothing wrong about being excited about money, because I love using money in a right way. I love surprising people. I like buying a presents for people, or like not even presents, like it's not so much presents. I like take people to places. Like I know my brother, for example, he would never be able to afford to go for like holidays or something. So, and I know he loves Russia. So I took him to Moscow, and I love this money can, give you this kind of opportunity. So, I flew him to London and then he saw London and then we went together to Moscow. Or I took my sister to Corfu and, that kind of thing.
Something they will remember.
Yeah, it's memories. And I always like to spend money on memories.
Because they're always going to be with you, aren't they?
Yeah. I never, like anything new, anything that I can see. And I think I've got this after my dad. Yeah, I never heard from my dad. And it's not like we've been super rich. We've been probably like middle class. But, I never heard from my dad saying we don't have money for this. And frankly, but I never even like wanted anything expensive first. Like you couldn't even find it, when we used to grow up. I never craved for, like you, Martina, like designer clothes or, expensive stuff. It's my husband likes expensive stuff. Like he is like, honestly, like he likes expensive stuff. And
that's nice. I wouldn't say it to him. I wouldn't say, he doesn't look that kind of guy.
Yeah, he loves it. But, it's also in his culture. But I must admit, he infected me with it a little bit. So now when, I now can appreciate much more than ever before, like things that actually are expensive. Actually, they are good quality as well many times.
Yeah.
It goes, not always.
Yeah. See, when you're talking about the money and things like not, giving people like a present or taking them on holiday, I've got a really nice story when we were in Slovakia this summer. And I'm not saying we're doing often, but we're doing sometimes that we surprise people to buy them something. And these people are the strangers. So we were in Čerchova this year. There's a Janošikové dni. So many people, so busy. And at the end of the day, we went to a restaurant and it was very, very busy. And we sat down next to a older person. He was a man. And, I was chatting to my family. And then somehow he's starting to chat. And he came across that he is visiting Čerchova. He's been doing hiking over there. And then he's starting to talk like he's hitchhiking over the Europe. He's been seeing loads of places. And I just found out really fascinating his story. He's been doing this like for 20 years. And, he was just giving me a really lovely story. And then when I was looking at him, it really reminded me of my dad, like a structure of the face or the way he was talking. So he had his dinner. We just had our drinks and it was time for us to leave. So I said to him goodbye. And when I was paying for our drink, my husband said, let's just pay for his dinner. Let's just, for lunch. I said, yeah, why not? So we paid for his dinner. I brought him the bill and the face, Lucia, the face, how, the smile on his face, it's just so, you cannot forget how the people just look at you. And it was like, why? What have I done to deserve this? And I said, nothing. It was just so lovely to meet you. I really love your story. So we just done that. And, that is precious when you can make their day as well, because I don't think as a society we're doing that often. And I think this is something what we should be doing, because the outcome you're gonna get, guys, if you give someone something even little, when they're not expecting it at all, that's just so priceless. And it's such a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And when we're doing it in front of our children as well,
exactly,
they will do it as well to the people. And it's just so nice. So that was our story, and I really love it.
Exactly. When I was doing money seminar second time, how you like walk your talk, right? So the task for that week was exactly this, right? Like unexpectedly, give away the money. And it's very easy to drop money to the homeless person or something, but I like to be creative. I like to be like I like to do it rather than sending money to the charities, like just giving. Like I find that okay, it's got its place, but I like to do something unexpected, like in person, because I like to leave that kind of impact on people. So like you said, Martina, they're so surprised that they just come. This guy will probably talk about you for another 10 years, And
it's something, it never happened to me, something like you don't expect. And, family is something else, but a stranger gives you something like that. It's just, I'm sure he will, because when I saw him, when I was leaving, he was just like, it was a mind blown. Mind blowing.
It's like it's going to give him that feeling that there are some amazing people out there in the world. How a lot of people, because of news and everything, we are a little bit skeptical and worried and scared of each other. We both been traveling last few weeks, and I was even sharing on my Facebook, just very briefly. This is not exactly about money, but it was about literally the situation where I had to consider whether putting myself and safety first or someone else's, to the degree that I was considering whether this is not going to cost me life. And what happened? Did you know?
God.
Did I not tell you?
I go on then.
Just really quickly. So we are on a highway, we are driving, and suddenly, it was evening. It was from Bratislava. We've been not far from home. Long journey. We've been driving for about 16 hours that day. And, suddenly there is this cloud coming at me. I was thinking, what? Like foggy? Well, maybe it's foggy. This is weird. It cleared up, and another big cloud. But to the degree that on a highway we had to slow right down because we couldn't see anything. And then we realized it's not a cloud, it's the car that is like overheating, in front of us. And it's like, a lot of clouds. So the car pulled out, and my husband said, do you want me to stop? And I said, and it was split second, it was like, yes. So we did. We stopped about 20 meters in front of him, and then we kind of ran towards him, and he opened the bonnet. And I seen cars, when the motor is overheating, I seen a lot of things, but that was actual fire.
Oh my God.
It was about like this big. And when I saw that, Martina, I'm not an expert on cars, so I didn't know that actually for the explosion to happen.
I would run away. That is exactly fire car explosion, isn't it?
What I was thinking, I was trying to remember all the action movies I've seen and trying to remember how many seconds or minute or whatever it takes for a car to go poof, And this guy, like, he was Slovak, and I said, do you have a water? And he said, I have no water. So he had no water. We had really special water, like at the bottom of 2-liter bottles. We had only that much water.
But so shouldn't he have the fire extinguisher, whatever it's called?
We didn't have. I now have it in a car, like since then I bought one. But he didn't have one. We didn't have one. No water. What do you do? And cars passing like this. So I was like, literally, there was about 10 seconds when I was thinking, shall I run or shall I, do something like, and I was shouting at my husband because I was giving him water, he was passing it to him, and I was like so scared that this car is going to go poof and take us with anyway.
You managed to kill the fire, right?
Yeah, but what is the point of this story is that, we sat in a car, finally, we managed to take the fire off, and it was still steaming, but we sat in a car and I was shaking for another at least hour. And this story is not about money, it was more than money.
Yeah.
For me in that moment, at least, it was much more in stake. But that feeling that then I was thinking kind of like, what if we don't stop? Like what this guy would have to run in a field and then hope that not many cars are passing, because there would be no chance to finish this fire, because it was not kind of fire that you can take a jumper off and go poof poof.
Yeah,
it was bigger than that. And with no water, tough luck. So that is kind of like where the humanity comes into place, and this is where we kind of forget about, and when we are being guided just by our fear about money and saving and have enough, we can miss out, I suppose, on opportunities to really make a difference to another.
Yeah, I mean, these things hit you, isn't it? It will just make you stop and rethink.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, back to the comments. So there is Isabella saying, I don't know, I don't know. I like to think with amount of money what you have monthly, and then you can choose what it is in my family. Slovak nature. But people in UK use credit cards. They never think, oh, I don't have now to buy it. It's different everywhere. But my half had granddad who worked so hard to earn, and his wife never worked. When she died, they found so much cash in the house, so he drank all. So granddad was a saver then.
Granddad was definitely a saver. With our grandparents, they normally have money in the socks and all sorts of strange places.
Oh yeah, hitting. Monica Molnar said spender. And she's saying, nice necklace, Martina. Thank you very much. It's my favorite at the moment.
Love it.
Yeah. All right, so we've got 3 more minutes. Right, so I think we've done it. Exercise, giving out the money, feelings. That's what we were talking about. Oh, okay. Last question. How would you use 5,000 if it's given to you?
Go, guys. I'm not going to say a word.
Go on, guys. Keep commenting. How would you use 5,000 if it was just given to you? You open your bank account and there is a £5,000. How would you spend those money? Would you spend it? Would you keep it? Would you invest it? I know I would do.
Oh, go for it. Tell us yours. Tell us yours.
Well, I would. I think I would just spend it. I would just go on a nice holiday.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's me. Somewhere exotic, somewhere very hot, somewhere by the sea, somewhere really far away. That's where I would go. What would you do?
Love it. Similar, but I would go somewhere. You know what? I done quite a bit of traveling, but my husband didn't. So, and he always says to me like, "Why would you go to Vietnam?" And I was like, "Why did you go to Namibia?" And or he asked me like, like America. Yeah, he would buy that. But like, why would you go to these like places where
not a lot of people go.
And all that? And I really wanna like. If I have that kind of money, I would do it. I do it anyway. I will do it, but I would just do it much earlier. I would just go, okay, let's drop everything and let's go next month. And I would give him that kind of experience, because you experience on these travels, especially, I mean, we travel Europe a lot, but like what you experience actually abroad, like proper like deserted places, that's something you can never explain. That's why I don't even like to talk about Africa, because I wouldn't give it a justice with describing it to words. So that's what I would do. I would take my Billy somewhere, because unfortunately I can't do much with my parents. They can't travel, unfortunately, anymore.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So if you're still watching, please keep commenting because it will be on a broadcast. So I think we've done it. It's 1:45. It's so dark in here. It looks like it's in the evening. You've still got sunny. It's just gone really dark. I think it's gonna be raining. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. I really loved our conversation. Finally, we managed to be both on a call, which is great. Thank you very much, Lucia, again for your lovely, you're just giving us so much to think about, so much to, I love the chit chat. So thank you again. If you like the video, please like and share. We really, we really would be grateful for that. So.
And guys, we care about you, we love you, we respect your different opinions, your different worlds, and this is really about bringing us together and about us feeling that, you know what, we are not different from each other. We are all fundamentally the same. We all want the same things, and it's okay just to be who you are, and that's what I want to support in everyone. If we are only shamelessly, do the best we can, and be who we really are, and bring unconditional love to what we do, I think we are all winners. Do you reckon?
Yeah. Oh, nicely said.
Yeah, so, and I want for everyone to win, for all of us to win, and it's totally possible. It's not about we can all win, and I'm real stand for that in what we care about as well.
Great. Right. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Love you lots. Bye.
Guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.